Now that I go into what a Marxist is, it's basically somebody that feels like there's should be no class, everybody's the same, and all common goods are for everybody. I'm not saying that's totally a bad thing that I really look into it, but the more that I think about it and expound on the thought, now if everybody was all the same, would there be peace? Would there be no jealousy? Would there be no need for war? I don't know, man. It sounds good, but you always need leadership because there are always a few bad bunches that try to turn everybody bad, you know? You need some type of protection. And now my thinking is everybody could buy their own protection, you know? Protection is a privilege, not a right. Having cops should be a privilege, not a right, you know? We forget how ruthless the world is. We forget how evil the world is because we have these type of government in place that they give us the freedom and ability to act in the way we feel like we want to act. But it is crazy though that we have got so spoiled. If in the click of a finger, all this could be gone. It could be, imagine the government just is over. There's no taxes every year. There's no protections from the police. There's no government interference in anything. You get robbed. There's no cops. There's no protections from wild animals. There's no protection from anything. Let's say the buildings and cars still remain, they still remain, but now we have to work for the resources, as in gasoline. So most people wouldn't be driving. It would be like the richest of the richest. And most people wouldn't be able to eat every day. It would be the strongest and the strongest would survive because they would have the mindset, I gotta go out here and fish, I gotta hunt, get food for my family, I gotta find shelter. Let's say you live in an apartment, but you leave out the apartment, now you're in the world where it's like everybody's fending for themselves. How is that gonna look? Are the streets gonna be filled and wild? Are they gonna be peaceful because everybody has the right to do what they want to do? You think being Marxist is a good thing, but then you actually think about it. What if everything was not relied on a system and a government? What if that was the case? What if we didn't have people working in these power plants? Even though if we did become a workless society, we could still make that work because the people need it. So I'm pretty sure there will be a few group of guys that take that leadership or that responsibility on to make sure that is good. But they're going to require things to continue to do that work if we aren't paying them as a government, and they have to go out here and do that for free, and they are the people providing y'all with power. Let's say the nigga who clean out the plumbing, the niggas who do the garbage. Let's say if none of that was a thing, y'all have to think about these type of things before y'all. Do you want it to go back to where it was savage? Even though we like to think those times wasn't a thing. Do you want it to go back to the savage times where a man wasn't charged for SAing a woman, where a man, the strongest man prevailed. The more skilled fucking shooter or swordsman or boxer or MMA fighter was the leader. Do we want that type of society? Or do we want a government where the weakest are in charge or the smartest are in charge? And usually, I hate to say it, the smartest people are usually timid and docile and not confrontational. So, do we want them to be in charge and they're kind of like making their rules based off from what they didn't have or resent, or them res- regretting or having bad will towards people who treated them poorly when they was younger, and now they get empowered and they make laws and they do things to make those type of people fit life harder. It's crazy because either side is kind of bad, man. Either side is bad. I see both sides. And then, but which side would work? You would have to have like a compassionate leader. I feel like leadership is necessary in every society. You need a leader, but he don't has to be the strongest. He will have to be smart, but he don't have to be the smartest. And he will have to be capable though. You don't have to be the strongest, but you have to be fit, healthy, logical, compassionate, empathetic. But you also have to be strict. Like God said, I am not a good God. I am not a bad God. I am a fair God. God is fair. A leader has to be fair in everything. That's the only way a society will work. If you have leaders who has malicious intentions, or you have leaders who have just brute force and no ideology behind their decisions, then it's like neither are going to work. But which one would you rather be in? A society where your strength is what dictates, even though strength could be outpowered in the long run. Let's say a leader has a whole bunch of strong dudes, but then another clan has a clan where they are smart and they come up with traps to trap the stronger dudes, and now they win. I get situations like that could work. But when we're thinking about how we want society to be ran, do we need people who make indecisive decisions, or do we need people who make decisive decision? Because in a society where only the smart are prevailing, as they say, the smart people give it to you. Hey, don't worry about it now. In the future, we run the world. Don't worry about it. But in the future, just know we make the laws and the legislations and all this thing. And I believe that. The smartest people run the world. But I also get where they're coming from. Because I've always I've never been bullied in my life. I've always been cool with both sides. And I've came to find that smart people, when they are younger, they're really looking for that validation. But when they don't get it, they get resentment from to the cool or popular kids, and now they work their whole life to become this person so they could be able to do these type of things that they resented while they were so young. and that's what's fueling them for getting rich. You see cool guys, they never, or cool girls, they never experience those type of situations, so they don't have to resent that. That's why most cool guys and cool girls, they're really like airheads. They're stupid because they don't really like see the bad parts to life. And more villains are like the smarter guys because they see all the bad parts to life. They witness all the bad parts, but the cool or popular or handsome or beautiful chicks, they don't see that part because they didn't have to see it. And I mean, eventually they see it, but it be too late by then. By then they think I could just get through life doing the bare minimum. And smart dudes, they're like, I cannot get by on my looks. I cannot get by on just my physical form. I have to get by on my mental form. So they start reading things, looking at the world different. That's why most rich people are the villains in most movies, because most of them get to a point where they understand life, and it's like you either go this way or go this way, or it is a middle ground, but everybody has a little bit of bias or some type of intrusive, I would say like biological bad. I wouldn't say we're bad, but we have a part bad. And for you to think you will get empowered and you will make all your decisions based on just being fair, not saying that you couldn't, it is possible. And there's a few that are supposed to do that, but those are the people who they deem but then if you think about it, because I think to myself, even me having a conversation with myself, I argue with myself all the time. Who is the best fit to be in a leadership position? Would it be the popular or the evil person? But you have to think, the popular person could be in there, but then he could easily be influenced or financially bought out by the rich, smart person, and now he's just a puppet. But then the evil person could get into power and then mostly just making bad legislations and bad laws against people or certain groups of people that they didn't like when they was younger. Because we hate to admit it, but everybody has biases. Everybody has prejudice. Everybody. We all have them. And now it's like the question of, do we want a rich person in power that's smart, or a poor person? And I think I came up with the perfect answer for who we want in power. We want a childlike person in power. The Bible even speaks about this. The people who will go to heaven are the ones who are childlike in mind. See, a childlike person is feared. Kids are feared. You do kids wrong, they are mad at you, and they give you a fair critique. You do them right, they're nice to you. And for a leader, we want somebody who is fair, somebody who don't have no, how you say, biases. A child don't have no biases. A child don't walk up to a person and be like, I don't like this person because they black, or I don't like this person because they're white, or I don't like this person because they're Mexican, Indian, whatever, any race. They are fair. Or you want to get somebody who had a great upbringing to where they didn't phase none of these biases. And how can you say you could figure that out just from looking at a person or interviewing? Like, people don't lie or play a part. How can you? conclude that a person isn't bad or good just off from having a conversation with them. Because some people could train themselves to only show their good side or only speak positive and have these eye contact where you're deceiving somebody into thinking you're genuine when you're actually disingenuine. And there's people who master that type of art. It's not hard to do. But how can we conclude somebody is childlike and not acting? I have met somebody in my life who I've deemed was childlike, even though he was easily persuaded into doing other people's work. He was probably one of the best person I've ever met in my life. This guy was so humble. But after you push them a little too much or take advantage of them too much, he do blow up. And I feel like that's how God is. I'm fair and I'm nice until you take advantage of me. Then that's when I have to show you no mercy. You have to get to a point where you show nobody no mercy. You can't always be forgiven of everything somebody do, or then they would just walk all over you. You have to have some type of sternness or strictness to yourself where people understand that you're not just a person you could just walk all over or just do anything to and they will forgive you. That's why I'm not saying I don't believe in Christianity. I don't believe Jesus even told you us to make Christianity. He was a Jew. Jesus was a Jew. Why did he not become Christian himself before he told y'all? Bro, I feel like Christianity was a man-made religion of somebody who heard Jesus' story and was like, oh, we got to follow this person. We got to make this a religion. But he never told you to do. Jesus never told you to follow him. He never told you to worship him. He said, my Father sent me. If he was sent by himself, he would say, I sent myself. On the cross, he said, Father, why have you forsaken me? He didn't say myself, why have I forsaken myself? This is crazy that we put so much belief that Jesus was God when God said there's no other God but me. He said that very clear. There's no other God but me, but we try to put other people in this position. Allah, Muhammad, all these people. There's no other God but me. He's a jealous God. He is a fair God. He's not a good God. He's not a bad God. He is fair. How he wants you to be fair in acting with people. How is fair? I treat you good until you give me a reason not to treat you good. That don't have to be they do something to you. That could be you see something. They spoke of some way. They outed themselves out as having a certain mindset that you don't agree with. People tell on themselves. You just gotta listen. I could not saying I've never been done wrong before, but I could read the personality of somebody that I meet and know that we are not in the same mindset. I just feel uncomfortable around you, My spirit and my feeling just don't sit right around you. So I just don't try to pursue those type of friendship. Even though I don't have no friends. I don't pursue no friendship. I haven't met nobody, in my honest opinion, that is just like genuinely a great person. As genuine as I am. Not saying I am a good person, but I am a fair person. You treat me with respect. and you treat our relationship how I'm treating it, bro, I would be the bestest person I could to you. I would be a great person to you. But when you give me a reason not to trust you, or give me a reason to not fuck with you based on your actions, then I will distance myself from you. You have to know how to discern spirits. There are good, genuine people in this world, but it's very few. I'm not saying you gotta take my word for it that I am a genuine person, but I genuinely have no ill will towards nobody. Do I get jealous? Yeah, God get jealous. But I don't let my jealousy fuel me to treat somebody a certain way or not. Bro, I am so forgiven. It is crazy. I get mad at myself how forgiven I am. But it comes to a certain limit though that I give you that forgiveness, you know? Before I'm like, all right, I just gotta remove myself from you. I don't hate you and I don't love you. I'm neutral with you, but I just can't mess with you. I still have great and I have no ill will towards you, but I just can't mix my feelings, spirit with yours. I believe in energy, my energy with yours. My energy. People come around have certain energy. I feel like as a man, you cannot be happy at all time. I don't trust dudes that are just happy 24/7. Not saying you can't have a positive energy, but a man is always thinking and working on the next thing, and that in itself don't make you happy unless you're a rich guy. But at that point, you're corrupt a little bit. I feel like richness come with corruption. That's why you don't keep your money. You get $1 million, you get a way to keep making that $1 million, but you don't keep the $1 million each time you get it. You give it away. You spend it towards a good cause. That's the only way to not be corrupt. Only way. I don't understand. This is a random thought. I don't understand why millionaires have money. Y'all just don't help people. Like, you can even do it creatively. Like, create games like where there's Hunger Games, where you challenge people to go out here and work for the money. Like, bro, help people. Help these people. I get y'all get money, and I get why y'all don't help people, because y'all have these mindset, or you might be possessed by a certain spirit that is keeping you away from helping people. But the only way to heaven, or the only way God instructed us in life, was to help those less fortunate than ourselves. If I was in position, I'll go around literally just doing games with the homeless, giving them thousands of dollars. Let's say if I was a billionaire, bro, each homeless person would not move away from me unless you had like some type of start these niggas future up. Give them a fucking social security number, license, give them an apartment, give them food, filler, refrigerator, furnished. I'm not saying do that every homeless person, but that's the prize. You get that, and you will give these niggas a reason to live for it. Homeless people, they have no reason to live, so they don't go to each city, start some type of thing. All right, y'all gonna work for y'all rights back in life, to be a citizen again, to get your green card, or to get your license, to get your social security, and then to get an apartment, get a job, and start over, reset your life. And now you have the way to choose if I'm gonna take advantage of this or go back to my old self. And if they go back to their old self, then you know they're a bad cookie. And you just put them in a certain part of the world where you just keep them there until they outlive, and you don't keep them reproducing in the main society or living in the main society. It's so easy to get rid of most of the problems. Homelessness is so easy. Rich people just get together, bro. Give these niggas something to live for. Get them back, and most of them, I'm pretty sure, will get back into society and become a good taxpayer. Now they're paying towards the economy, which is good for you guys. And the ones who are bad, make a town or a city or a state and just put all the bad cookies in that state and let them end their time right there. Don't give them nothing bad. Don't give them nothing good. Just here, y'all fend for yourself. If you got to, nuke that bitch, nigga, cause they ain't helping us. They just a bad cookie. We gave y'all a chance to come back into society, work, rehabilitate you, give you a job, give you a second chance, and you didn't take advantage of that. You're a bad cookie. You're a bad cookie. And we don't need to. That's why God said, I am a fear God. He burns down fucking cities and stuff because they was bad cookies. You see, God lead all you bad cookies to the same cities, and then he torch it. You see, I think, and then he torch it. And not saying that the downfall of America is not a tragic thing, but black people are looking at it in the wrong way. I was one of those black people, one day ago until this current moment. I changed my mind so much because I argue with myself 24/7. I was one of those black people like, is the downfall of America really bad on black people? Because we're a majority in Africa. We are Africa is the biggest continent in the world. And is this the payback for the founding of America? Are we fighting a cause that we are not going to win because this is in destiny to happen? Are we fighting something that is bound to happen? Is this what's bound to happen because this is the people say there's no karma. Is this the karma for the white man? The downfall of his country? Is Kamala Harris meant to be elected because this is the downfall of America? White people are 56% of the population. One point was like 80, 90%. Is this just the downfall of America because this is their karma? Or is this, they brought this on themselves by? But I never understood this. Why would the white man mess up his own country like this? Why would you let the woman take over your country just to bring you down? Or is this in God's plans to make that happen? That's what I'm saying. Is this prophecy or is this just like human tampering with destiny? But it could say all great kingdoms at the fall. Is this the fall of America? Is this that time? Or we just don't want to see it go because we think this is the only part of the world where you can live how you live in America as black people. It's hilarious to hear black people say, I'm foundationally black American. Bro, that's like a Chinese black person saying, I'm foundationally black Chinese. Just because you're born on the soil, don't take away your DNA from what your parents popped you out of. You being born on soil don't give you your identity. You're not American. You're not even African. What was Africa called before it was called Africa? This is a video I'ma go over. What was Africa called? What was the history of Africa before it was called Africa? But you're not. I am a proud American and I love America because it's good to me and I don't experience the thing. And I'm for Donald Trump. I want Donald Trump to win. But I'm just saying the part that most people don't want to talk about, because I wrestle with my brain, and this is a part of the podcast I'm gonna have where I just have my open thoughts. Some people will want to listen to it, some might not because they think I'm speaking crazy. But you're not foundationally black American. You was born in America. but that don't give you your identity. You see, America English, we speak English. English was made up about like I'll give it the furthest was like 1,000 years ago. I'll say like good 400, 500 years ago, but English was made 400 years ago. The English, the English language was made up. The English, the United States education was made up by the Rothschild couple while ago for them to make good workers and not good independent thinkers. So we fight so hard for IQ of the English education when it was only made so little ago compared to history being like 6,000 years ago, in my belief. And we only knew English for about my gen. Let's just say 1,000 years ago. I'm not looking none of this up, but I know it wasn't made. The English education system and the English language wasn't made more than 1,000 years ago. So why do we take this education so important as is? Oh, this is what makes everything in life for you, bro. What, nigga? Your education system just came around so few. Is the most newest education that is to human history. Why is it taken so literally? As, oh, your IQ on this means you're so brilliant. Nah, that don't mean. It just means that you're a good slave to the educational system of America. Educational system of America wasn't even made for you to be a good thinker. It was made for you to be a working thinker, a person who think of the job thinking for your own. And it's crazy that we take it so as word as if you're American smart or if you're English smart, you're the smartest person in the world. Einstein, nigga, what? Fuck dumb niggas, bro. Those are not my fucking smartest niggas in the world. We get English. How are you Black American? All history is white history. Are you claiming that? You don't even. They don't even teach your. What they think you're George Washington Carver, you peanuts. What the fuck, bro? This is their country. Why are you claiming this shit? It's so. I think every time I hear a Black person say that, I just say, yeah, you're a stupid ass person. I'm not saying I'm not for America. I love America, and I love what the original things stand for when we was in segregation. Best time in America was segregation. White people had their own, Black people had their own, and few of us came together and did what we wanted to do and chilled. But then when we came together and Black people abandoned all of their own and came and supported white people in their own and helping them grow their generational wealth even more, that just messed up Black people in your foundation in America. If y'all would have stayed segregated and we would have been in 2024, Black people have their own little states and white people have theirs, then I'll be like, nigga, I'm dying for this fucking country, nigga. This is my fucking country. Then I understand that, but bro, what y'all fighting for? They don't even teach you history. You don't even have a majority in school that's Black. You don't have majority. Why are you dying for a country that's not even for you, really? Not saying that I don't like it, though. I don't like the history of America, but the way it is right now, I definitely don't like how it's going. But not saying this could just be the prophecy of America. Is this the prophecy of America? Is this the final countdown of America? Just as every other great kingdoms had, which was like, this was a long run for America. Most was like 400 to like 600-700 years they run for. I think America had like a good 500. Wait, it could be more than that. 1800s. America could have had a nice little run, a little 500-600 years run. I think, if I'm not mistaken. This just could be the end of their great kingdom. Then a new powerhouse is going to take over. And me being me thinking it was going to be Russia. But in my understanding, if it's Russia, it's like white people took back over again. Like, if it's China, it's like, Chinese people racist too. So it's like, they like the white people. So it's like, what? Bro, the only good part would be for black people if the Africa take over. You feel me? If Africa take over some type of Middle Eastern fucking country, take over the world, then it's like, it might be, even then, those niggas was the Egyptians and shit, and they had us in slavery as the Israelites and shit. So it's like, they even don't like us either. So it's like, it's a lose-lose situation, so I don't even really understand it. But this has been my thought, man. I'm gonna try to do this as much as I can a week. But for sure, this will be once a week. I'm gonna try to have it like every day. I have these little thoughts that I just upload with a little bit of good music and a little bit of good gameplay, you know. But it's been your boy Honcho having it, Red Honcho. You know, go stream my music, go watch, follow my TikTok, go follow my Instagram. Y'all go support me, man. I'm just a black man that was deceived. I'm just an intellectual black man that was deceived into thinking being smart was a bad thing. And I spent so many years trying to hide my smartness or be happy about my smartness or be happy about my smartness. Or be happy about my smartness because it wasn't looked as a good thing or as the cool thing or what the girls like in society. That's a whole nother thing, man. How female, what they like shape a young man into being, well, a young black man, I know that for sure, into being what he is. At least the ones who didn't have like leadership into, don't take these bitches so serious and don't chase these bitches, chase your money, they always be there. I ain't had that growing up. So I was after the bitches. I did get the bitches. Don't get me wrong. I was just after them and didn't get them. But I wish I had leadership that taught me don't chase bitches. Chase money and the bitches will come. I'm now in my middle age 20s. And I'm just now realizing that shit. And it mind blows me into how much I wish I could reverse time into being with the smart kids and being that guy who was doing his homework and was raising his hand, even though I knew the answers and I was articulate enough to solve the problems. But years of smoking weed and me trying to get out that habit right now, which I'm gonna document everything on this channel, trying to get out that habit and bring out more of my intellectual side and more of my conversational side, because I have a lot to say and I have a lot of great plans, and feel like I have a great leadership and a great mind for young men who are trying to be great in life or trying to get out the matrix or trying to get to a point where you was like me, where you thought being cool was caring about what females thought about you, or if you get the most girls, or if you was the flyest dude in school. But now you're in the point in life where you're realizing none of that is cared for, bro. It's all about what you know, how you could speak, what you could change, what you can get done, nigga. What the fuck can you do? Where's your money at, nigga, for you to do shit, nigga? We in a system where money runs shit. It's not about your brutes or your strength. It's about your mind and what you could come up with to make money so you could change shit. The niggas in power isn't the niggas that's the strongest or the niggas who got the most education. They are the niggas with the most money. And you could argue the niggas with the most money are the smartest. So it could kind of compare. But man, I'm looking for a great community of guys. I'm not bougie. Every person who shows support on my channel, bro, I want to have like an open panel where I could talk to guys and then record it and then we post it, have ideas. We come together in real life and make change, go to courthouses and try to do protest or peaceful protest with guns where we all have our license to carry, and we become a great community of guys where we are respected in our community, and we try to have that all in major 50 states in America and make changes. I'm trying to really make change. I'm not really trying to talk too much, but with change you have to come up with plans and strategies and all this. And I understand why the rich people do what they do, man. I get it. I don't even have no ill intents towards them. The point is, I don't even think they're really like thinking clearly. So you have to give them a clear mind with your love, but also strictness, but also discernment, and also their ability to see that you're a leader and that you're willing to die for something. You're willing to stand for something, no matter how much they try to silence you or try to threaten you or do something, that you're going to, how Moses was, let my people go. It's that time, black people. It's time for them to let us go. Let my people go. We will march in the streets until we have all of us awaken, not to turn over the government, but to have the government listen to our demands, and to have our people have a safe place in the United States. It don't even have to be one of these major cities, but we will have what is rightfully ours. Let my people go, I said. And it's your boy Honcho, man, signing off the High Life crew, High Life Media.
See, I know people change, baby, in that Paul making my life before the fame, so I'm like the Paul Rangers.